Hi guys, so what I have on the bench today is it's a VW Scirocco driver's seat. Now this is here for bolster repair. You can see here we have wear on this backrest bolster. This is kind of standard for seats like this that have quite high bolsters. When you get in and out of the car, you wear here. Now I can feel the frame at the back here, so chances are there's a bit of foam damage underneath as well, so that's going to have to be dealt with. When I take the cover off, I'll assess the foam as well and repair that. So the first job is to take the cover off, because I'm going to have to get to the whole of this panel and change the panel. So first job is to remove the cover. So I am going to tilt the seat so far as I can to get to the back here. Now I'm going to flip it onto its back, pull the cover through. I can expose the hog rings. I need to start to cut the hog rings. So that's the cover off. So as you can see, there's a big hole in the foam here, just like I expected really. So I'm going to have to deal with that. I'll put it to one side for now. I'm going to deal with the cover first and then I'll get onto the foam. Right, so unpicking time. So I'm going to have to unpick this bottom panel here. I don't need to unpick the whole lot, I'll just unpick to probably about here. And then I can access this seam here and the seam on the other side there. I'm just going to use a standard knife blade, brand new one, to unpick the seams. I don't want to damage anything that I'm not changing, so I'm going to be very careful in places. So that's the panel off. What I need to do next is to get rid of all the old thread. So every bit of thread that has been cut on here, and I've been taking this apart, I'm going to have to get rid of all of it. Which is a little bit tedious, but it has to be done. Once I've got rid of the thread, I will steam everything flat. So obviously this panel here needs steaming flat, so I can cut a new piece. Also, all the other seams that this is going to sew to, I need to steam those flat as well. It just makes life a bit easier when you come to sew it all back together if everything's flat. So I'll get on and do all that, and I'll come back to you when I'm ready to cut it out. So what I've just done there is I've pulled this top stitching back. That enables me to open the seam up so I can actually sew the seams back together. But I've also pulled the threads through to the back, tied the ends of them. That locks the top stitch off, won't come undone then. And when I come to top stitch the seams, once I've put the panel in, I won't have a visible back tack, because there's nothing worse than having something visible on a top stitch like a back tack. It will just draw your eye to it and you'll not be able to stop seeing it. So when I come to do the back tack, I'll start in the same hole where the thread finishes off here. I'll not put a back tack on, I'll just do the seam, and then I'll do the same, pull the threads through at the back, tie them off, and that'll lock them in place. I'm now ready to cut out the new panel. So I'm just going to lay the vinyl on the bench, cut it out, foam back it, and then I can sew it back in, just like that. base is now cut out and been foam backed, so it's now just a case of sewing it together. So I've now done all the sewing on the cover. Sorry you didn't see much of it, but it's quite hard to film at a point when the cover is together. It's quite hard for me to see what I'm doing sometimes, let alone stick a camera in there and allow you to see it as well. So I've filmed what I could, so you've obviously seen that. So now it's time to repair this foam. So I've took the foam off the seat, the easiest way to do it. And I need to get into the back and strengthen this area here inside that has worn through on the metal. So I'm just going to use a bit of heavy canvas to put underneath and strengthen it, glue it into place, and that'll last probably longer than what was underneath. It's going to be a little bit tricky because of the shape, so I'm going to cut this roughly to what shape I think it should be to strengthen that. So you can see the shape. That should do. I'm going to put absolutely bucket loads of glue on it, just because I'm going to put it in wet, because if I let the glue dry and try and put it in, I'll not be able to get it into the right place. So the more glue the better. Put it in wet and it'll just slide into place. Right, so that should stop the actual framework wearing away at the foam. I'm going to cut out this bit of foam here and here, and then glue a new piece in and reshape it. So now it's just a case of refitting the cover. So the easiest way to get the cover onto the seat is to put it on the floor first. I'll get the top on, and then once I'm part way down I can stick it on the bench. So that repair is now done. I'm just going to give it a quick steam. That's just going to help the cover settle into the correct position. It needs a bit of a hoover off as well, because there's bits of foam from obviously this damaged part of the bolster here that have leaked onto the seat base. So I'll probably do that when it's in the car, makes life a bit easier. And I might just give it a quick little clean as well. So that job's finished, now ready to go back in the car. So if you enjoyed that video, give it the old thumbs up, and hope to see you again. Thanks for watching, bye.